What's up, y'all? Listen, I gotta tell y'all about Anchor. Anchor is one of the easiest platforms you can use to go ahead and make your podcast. First of all, it's free. Second of all, it's free. Third of all, did I mention that it's free? Go ahead and download the Anchor app inside your app store, and you can go ahead and get your podcast on many platforms such as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more platforms. Anchor has all the tools that you need right at the palm of your hand. What you waiting for? Go ahead and download Anchor and start your podcast.
Look at you. You mad. You big man. I'm happy. Leave me alone.
Could you give at Marks with Mike's podcast a shout out? Shout out!
Hey yo!
What a maneuver! Mamma mia! Mamma mia! Are you kidding me?
The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to another episode of Marks and Mikes. You already know it is by the sound of my voice. That's right, it's your boy, Mr. 6'9", JT, back in this piece once again, and I'm rolling with maybe 2/4 of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, El Cheech, what's going on?
What up? What up? How you doing, man? How's life treating you? How's everybody going?
Everybody doing all right, you know. Usually, as I say, laying in the cut like a Band-Aid, trying to make sure that I'm cooling at all times. You know, everything's on the up and ups. But hey, shout out to Juice, man, and shout out to the Prodigy. Couldn't make it tonight, prior engagements. We'll see if we get them on sometime in the future. But with that being said, of course, we just got off the helm of Elimination Chamber. But before we get there, got to thank everybody for checking out last week's episode with Only One Ronda. Thank you. That shot definitely up the roof and up the charts. Thank you all again. Make sure you are definitely checking us out on all the podcast platforms that we are available at. Of course, you already know that is Apple Podcast, Spotify, and, you know, many more others. You get the drift. We're everywhere that podcasts are available. It's easy to find us on social media as well as YouTube. It is all the same. It's the name of the show. If you listen to the show, you know that it's at Marks with Mikes. I shouldn't have to tell you how to spell it if you are listening to the podcast right now. But with that being said, let's hop into this Elimination Chamber. Yo. Got a lot of people talking a lot of shit about this chamber, bro.
What they talk about? Man, what they talking about, man? Please let me know.
I mean, you know, you got people saying that the big thing is they noticed that, you know, some people were missing from the chamber, missing from the pay-per-view, and also that they didn't like the outcome of 2 of the matches. And you know what? They got their reasons, but I'm not going to, go ahead and verify that it's correct.
Which one? Let's say Keith Lee, I guess. Do you know what happened to Keith Lee? I didn't really heard anything about him. I think he was hurt.
I mean, it could be a few things. I'm not sure if he's injured, if there is injury, if he is injured or not. I mean, you know, I do know that I think majority of his family stays in Texas. So, you know, our prayers and thoughts go out to everybody affected with everything that was going on in Texas. Right. So that could play a part into it, you know, mental health and things.
That's money. Yeah.
So,
okay, let's say they had that, right? And I think that was awesome. I guess what they did in the pre-show, you know what I mean? Having all them contestants at least get another crack at it, and you know, I guess, you know, looking back on it, they had to actually had some, you know, put somebody that could take the pen, you know, because you know, Big Boy, you know, seems for the main event stage now, you know what I mean? So I dig that part. and of course John Morrison went ahead, man. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it was kind of solid for how it happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You wanna start up? I guess the elimination, the elimination chamber from SmackDown.
Well, I mean, yeah, we can go ahead and start on that. I mean, people big issue was saying that they didn't like the fact that of course, Lashley lost the title during Black History Month, which I think is hilarious. Number one, and then they were saying that their biggest issue is that Lashley lost the title during Black History Month, which is to me.
That was hilarious.
It's funny, but
no. They made it seem like, you know what I mean. He did it. You know what I mean? Like that's for in Black History Month. You know what I mean? So then it was kind of making fun of him, but then again, it kind of like giving him props to see how what he did and stuff like that. But to me, it was great. He was still booked strong, and as we saw at the end. But that match was pretty cool, and I guess Matt Riddle's gonna get his due right now. Like, he's always been a fan favorite. And remember, I kept telling you, they listening. Little by little, you seeing stuff that and it's always like, 6 months later or some shit like that, 3 months, but they doing it. You know what I mean? And to me, it was great. For Riddle, even though the booking nowadays, you can't go by that. It makes no sense, right? Like, going on a losing streak, next thing you know, you win the belt.
Hey, shit happens, but definitely shout out to Matt Riddle, shout out to the homie. You know what I'm saying? Definitely happened for him. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into this chamber, man. Let's go ahead and start off with the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. So that one was definitely a banger. Of course, you had Cesaro, Daniel Bryan, Kevin Owens. You had Jey Uso inside the match. You had Corbin inside the match. Am I missing somebody? I feel like I'm missing somebody. Who am I missing? That's 5. Let's see. God damn it.
Who you say again?
I said Cesaro. You also had Daniel Bryan. You also had Big Head Corbin. You also had inside the match. Did I say Kevin Owens? Yeah. Yeah. I just noticed the person I forgot. And the reason why I forgot them, they wasn't in the damn match that long. Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah, you're right, Ginger.
And Jey Uso.
Hey, Jey Uso.
Yeah. Oh, that is 6.
Yeah, man.
Oh, public school education, ladies and gentlemen. And also, I'm deep in Iran. But with that being said, that match was killer. I like the way that they did that match because, quite honestly, it could have went to anybody. They could have went to anybody. And the way they played the match out, far as, kind of keeping that question mark, and of course having, Edge and Roman, show up and things of that nature. I mean, I don't know, man. Like for this match to kick it off, I gotta give credit where credit's due. I think it was a good way to start off the show. What do you think?
I mean, definitely. I guess they wanted to get that out the way. Roman Reigns. I think the show lasted 2:45, probably 45 minutes. You know what I mean? So it was good. Cesaro still booked strong. They had Daniel Bryan going on at it. And it was kind of cool because once Jey Uso was out of the picture, you know what I mean? Because, it could have been some fuckery that Jey Uso would have laid down laid down for Roman. But him being eliminated, kind of took that out the window, But, yeah, you had Daniel Bryan and his he just ran over him. You know what I mean? That shit was quick. You know what I mean? And
Yo, man. My bad, Sami Zayn, but I kind of feel like that. I don't know, man. Sammy's been booked kind of well as his heel. Like, they probably should have kept him in the match just a little bit longer, if you ask me. But, you know, Cesaro eliminated Corbin with the submission. Owens eliminating, of course, Zayn. Those two can fight forever, you know. ROH, WWE, sees. I mean, them boys fought everywhere. And then I can't believe that Jey Uso eliminated Kevin Owens. That to me was the big surprise.
is that a program perhaps for Fastlane, or you're looking at that down the road against WrestleMania? You know, Kevin Owens against Uso.
I mean, it's possible. They've been intertwining these last few months, but I just kind of feel like, you know, Jey Uso's done a good job on his singles run without his brother, you know, of course, being injured. But I kind of feel like that could be something big if they play it right. But the last person to be eliminated inside the match, like you said, was Jey Uso. And it's like, you know, definitely Jay's definitely had one hell of a 2020, but he's definitely having one hell of a 2021 so far. Trust what I say, he gonna have a singles run with a title. Not the WWE Championship, but with a mid-card title. Bet that. Then you have, of course, Roman Reigns going up against Daniel Bryan. Now that you can already see.
That's what I said. You know what I mean? It was pretty much. He came out, took care of Daniel Bryan in less than 5 minutes, 3 minutes. You know, it was short and sweet. The one thing I didn't expect was for Edge to pop up like that and automatically like points at the fucking sign and just start fireworks. You know, like, wow, this dude got mad. You know, like how match to the first guy pointing at the Mania sign, John Cena. You know, it's a must every year. You feel me? And to me, that was the match that I wanted to see. You know what I mean? I mean, let's say Edge had done a great job coming back, and you know, don't get me wrong. You know, the acting classes pay off. You know, and it's just too sad that there's not a crowd. But you know, what I mean, I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna say it low, but you know what I mean. Like, I saw the collective is popping, son. I'm over here like, yo, man, I might have to, you know, take it down, go down to Evo City, and perhaps go into one of them nights of Mania. But it's just my inner thoughts. I'm like, Dad, keep it cool, chill. But yeah, man, I love that match. You know what I mean? It should be good, and of course, you know, Spear versus Spear will be awesome. Then next thing you know, you fucking get Goldberg come out, and then Rhino will come out. No, but bro, that match is gonna be bomb. So you know, I don't know. We already know one of the main events setting up. So moving on, where we going?
You know, moving on, man. Of course, you had the women's tag team match, tag team titles match. You had Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler going up against the EST and the Boss. And goddamn Reginald had to fuck it all up with the bottle. You know, brings the bottle down, basically saying, hey, use that bottle, bust her ass over the head with it, and go ahead and pin. So I was like, no, I don't think I should do that. In my mind, I'm like, man, bust her in the head with a bottle, like, get it over with. First of all, you know what I'm saying? You already know, like, you ain't gonna take down not Nia like that. Like, no, you know how hard it is to actually justify Nia Jax actually losing inside of a match just built off her stature alone.
Yeah, no, but like with a bottle, pole, woo. No, but no.
Oh, I see what you did there. But the thing about it though, you know what I'm saying, like it was a quick match for what it was. Do I think that they're gonna get a women's tag team championship run? I hope not. As far as Banks and Belair, at least not right now for this build of WrestleMania, because it's gonna be meaningless. And I think if anyone's gonna have a women's tag team championship run, it should be Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez, but that's a different story. But the match was alright. What'd you think?
I mean, the match, Sasha Banks and Belair, I like, it was kind of like, this is the storyline, it's going to go, tag team. Perhaps I actually thought they were going to win. But you just mentioned Dakota Kai and Raquel, big in trouble. You know what I mean? You mess around with them, you get big trouble. And that's the ones I won the belts with. You know what I mean? Like that. Those are the ones that should have them belts now. So looking forward to that. But the match was solid. They did what they could do. It's so sad that Shayna's being booked like that. She's a beast. But I kind of like that. Hopefully, them belts eventually end up in NXT.
Yeah, well, they can actually be utilized. But yeah, I agree. Shayna Baszler should be booked better than that. And speaking of Shayna Baszler, when are you going to return the AIW Women's Championship back to AIW? I think I've been asking that question for like 2 years now. But moving on. So we end up having, the main event for the night. And it's like, all right. Of course, you have the Elimination Chamber match with Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, Kofi, Sheamus, Jeff Hardy, and Randy Orton. Look, I didn't get any of those names wrong, or I didn't miss one this time, so I'm proud of myself. But right off the back, it started off with Orton and Hardy, which we've seen that rivalry. Fuck that. We seen this feud. I ain't about to stumble over this fucking word 3 times. Fuck you. Fuck you. But no, we've seen this feud before. Of course, it goes dated back hell in the cell. When Randy put the big screwdriver and pulled the earlobes. But yeah, that's a good way to start it off. But Kofi Mania, people hoping for a rerun of that. Listen, that wasn't gonna happen. It was good to go ahead and put us a token black guy inside this match. Thank God. But once again, that wasn't gonna go nowhere. But you end up having, of course, Kingston eliminating Orton, which everyone was shocked about, but a lot of people were pissed that there wasn't no Fiend interaction inside this match. So what's your thoughts on that, as far as Randy being the first one out?
I mean, me personally, I wasn't expecting the Fiend, because it was kind of obvious for him to come out. And as you saw, Randy Orton was eliminated early in the match. I think it was cool. If that's something that's gonna happen down the road eventually, with the Fiend and Randy Orton, and it's most likely. Remember, Mania this year is actually 2 nights, so they gotta come with the big guns, So the Randy Orton Fiend, Alexa Bliss, I just people like it too much. Shut the fuck up and enjoy the program. Well, everybody entitled to their opinion, I guess. I didn't feel, that it was needed, especially in a sequence like that,
Yeah, I mean, they would have gave it a shock value, but we end up getting a shock value later on inside that match anyways. So I guess we're going to save that Fiend stuff for either this week, as far as Raw, or at Fastlane coming up. We'll see. But, Sheamus ends up coming out, ends up ends up eliminating Kofi. But there's a fucking meme on Twitter and IG of fucking Sheamus with his hands on the chamber, staring at the chamber. The other side of the chamber looking like an album cover. You had Omos, which was crazy. You had Omos rip the fucking chamber open, yo, and basically gets AJ Styles out of there. I thought that was dope. I almost forgot about that.
Something, there's always got to be some type of spot. And I guess that was one. But, I don't know. I didn't forget it, but I wanted to forget it. I guess I'm different, creative, you know what I mean? But, it was dope, you know what I mean, to event, AJ Styles. For a minute, I thought that he was gonna pull it out, But they had different plans.
Yeah, they had different plans, man. That would have been poetry in motion for him to win the title, at an Elimination Chamber. That would have been dope. Because he was the last one versus Bray Wyatt in 2016. But that's a different story. But yeah, we have Styles in there. He gets Sheamus out. And I was a little bit upset with that because I kind of wanted Sheamus and McIntyre to be the last two duking it out. But it is what it is, man. And then, of course, McIntyre ends up winning the match, taking out our boy AJ Styles. And, the match is over with. He looks beaten up. He's selling it real good. I mean, this is nice. And out of nowhere, that same dude that lost his U.S. championship during Black History Month, he came down the aisle and he put a goddamn spear on the champ, Drew McIntyre. Basically laid it out for The Miz, Cleveland's own, to come down and cash that Money in the Bank. Reparations indeed. Reparations are going to be needed because I think Bobby Lashley is old. Matter of fact, I think Bobby Lashley should be in the main event title picture at WrestleMania, but that is also a different story.
Well, I'm going to tell you this, right? That, the way it was set up, you know what I mean? Which is, you go back to, at the beginning of the pandemic, MVP tells McIntyre, when he loses that belt, I'm going to have a hand on it, you know what I mean? But then early in the show, you had a little interaction between MVP and The Miz. They were discussing something. So it seems the discussion was about, what I mean? Her business. My man Lashley's gonna, put Boo down so he could get the belt. And then we get a shot at the title. And let's say that was the agreement. But we talking about The Miz right here. So next thing you know, you see Lashley like a beast. I love it. Being booked like that. But man, it's the biggest opportunity. It was, it meant to be. And Cleveland boy, even though he's from Parma, fuck it. He got the belt, man. He got the fucking belt, bro. 10 years in the making.
Yeah, the first ever two-time grand. You know what? I'm not gonna keep fucking up all these words. Let me drink some water. Hold up, bro. All right. The Miz, first ever two-time Grand Slam champion in WWE history, winning all these titles multiple times. I kind of felt like, and the people that were mad, this is one of the biggest things they were mad about. Oh, The Miz won the championship. This is utter bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, why would you do that to McIntyre? McIntyre won't get a chance to perform in front of a crowd as a champion walking in, blah, blah, blah. Oh, The Miz is this, is that. Listen, shut the fuck up. All right. Shut up. All right. Because just 2 years ago, when Miz was inside the ring, or was that 3 years ago, 4 years ago? I don't give a damn, but however long ago this was, he cut a promo. You have Roman Reigns and John Cena inside the ring, and he says that, I've been waiting forever for my moment, my opportunity, my spotlight. When am I going to have my opportunity or whatever? You all chanted, "You deserve it," you know what I'm saying? And you all agree with him. And I think this is way overdue. I think, Miz should have had another WWE Championship run, especially after the run he did with the IC title on SmackDown, especially the run he had on Raw. I mean, he made the title relevant.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at all. I actually was kind of happy because I didn't see it happening, but what I mean, it was kind of dope, man. But let me hide something. Early in the night, Bad Bunny, baby. Bad Bunny. Shout out to Bad Bunny. Saturday Night Live on Saturday. On Sunday, he's there with the belt. Had a little interaction with The Miz. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. You know what I mean? I don't know what this is going to lead. I don't know if it's going to be a David Arquette situation here. I'm not saying that that's what I want, but you know what I mean? If that shit happens, I don't know how I'll react. I'll probably laugh. You know what I mean? It won't be for long if he does, but WWE know what they're doing. Bad Bunny is a freaking army. All by himself. It's proven. And everything he touches turns to gold. And WWE don't care about anything else. They're already getting paid billions. You know what I mean? So
billions.
Yeah. So they in it for the money, dollar bill, yo. But I thought that was kind of cool. Because now, in Puerto Rico, everybody that has the point is like, oh, they're gonna, book that. And like, just let it marinate. Fuck it. If it happens, it happens. But it might be something that he has something to do with the Miz losing, and that sets up perhaps, a match or whatever. Let's see what happens. But I thought it was pretty good show. The Miz was kind of already being hinted like something's gonna happen because even though he wasn't in no matches, he was in the graphics and in the story. You know what I mean? Which at first it made no sense for a motherfucker to be in it. Motherfucker got the money in the bank. He already got a shot. Why would he want to be in the Elimination Chamber? I don't know if they realized that after. But yeah, a lot of bookings in WWE don't make sense nowadays. But yeah, man, the Miz, man, all the way from the real world, and dude's making, popping. So fuck it, why not? You know what I mean? But yeah, I all I want to see is a picture of the girl, the Miz girl, how she looked now and her reaction.
Well, the Miz girl actually released a statement. I think it was either last night or Monday, today, basically saying that she has no problem with it. She's actually happy for the Miz. So, and if Miz girl could be happy for the Miz, goddammit, you could be happy for the Miz. As far as Bad Bunny goes, I mean, not for nothing, top merch seller in WWE right now. 3 weeks in a row now. Already sold over 500,000 pieces of merch already. No other superstar is moving that many units. Just want to put that out there. And then you also got the fact of, I don't know, maybe you do get a David Arquette moment, but I'm not saying they're gonna have him win the WWE Championship. But I do know Bad Bunny is gonna be involved in some type of way inside of a match at WrestleMania. It's gonna happen. And the Miz is going to be inside that. I'm not saying that the Miz is going to walk in the WrestleMania WWE champion, or maybe after WrestleMania you get Bad Bunny inside that, but we'll see. But overall, pay-per-view was definitely solid. Definitely, they did a good job with this one for what it was. Big missed opportunities, of course, for this pay-per-view, a women's elimination chamber match, but of course with no crowd, it's kind of like who wants to see 4 chamber matches, versus having a crowd, you wouldn't mind seeing it. So definitely missed opportunity with the women's elimination chamber match. Missed opportunity.
But that's the thing. They didn't have enough girls. Think about it. You know what I mean? Like they so thin. You know what I mean? When it comes to like talent that will be relevant to be in the match. And then again, I guess they didn't want to have more than 2 matches. So
yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. They haven't really booked anybody strong. Another big missed opportunity, of course, no Asuka. Of course, their match got canceled because of Lacey Evans being pregnant, which is actually true. Ric Flair is not the baby's daddy. Kayfabe is, but he's not the baby daddy. Her husband is. Also, another big missed opportunity. I will say this, that I kind of feel like they should have did something with the tag team titles, and not on the pre-show. Like they should have had a tag team elimination chamber match. But once again, when you're not focusing on these elements of your roster, you end up with things like this. But that's a whole different other story. Honorable mention from last week: Arn Anderson talking about WWE booking celebrities. Number one, wrestling fans don't watch wrestling to see celebrities and Hollywood stars. They come to watch wrestling. But y'all just had Snoop Dogg, Shaq, and a host of other celebrities on your programming. So and
let me add this. Like I was talking in the chat earlier. Young Rock, the sitcom. It's not a documentary. It's kind of like there's certain things you could tell, but the Young Rock debuted with 5 million viewers. You know what I mean? And that's big. And that's wrestling fans. You know what I mean? May I add? There's some people that don't watch wrestling or whatever, but that shows you how wrestling is a community and it's part of pop culture. And there was some time like the Andre the Giant, what he was wearing around the year didn't make sense because you know what I mean. But if you're gonna go all in on a historian, like, oh no, that's not right, you know what I mean, you missing the point, And so with that being said, wrestling is still like stronger than ever, you know what I mean, and little by little things start opening up, you know what I mean. Praying that everything get back to normal. You have Bloodsport over the weekend. John Moxley, KO, Davey Boy Smith. You know what I mean? And that was pretty dope. You know what I mean? Seeing John Moxley there, and they had all the great matches and shit. So you got that going on next weekend. I believe John Moxley against Kenta and New Japan Strong. It's a good time to be a wrestling fan, aka Mark.
Hey, it's definitely a good time. Always a good time. But listen, definitely appreciate y'all tuning in for this episode. We will catch y'all back, of course, on Thursday. We got another hot interview dropping, Kwame Shakir. So definitely be on the lookout for that one on Thursday. And of course, we'll see you all next week. But until then, as we always say, listen, too much negativity can have you unbalanced mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Spread more positive vibes. It takes very little to build someone up than it does to tear them down. Think about the logic inside that message. You can definitely got to spread these positive vibes, man. And it doesn't have to be for you. It could be for someone else. Your positivity will translate to more positivity. And of course, COVID is still here. It's real. Ain't going nowhere anytime soon. You do know how to defeat COVID. It's very simple. We've been telling y'all for a whole year. We're going to need y'all to wash y'all hands and wash y'all ass. In the words of Dre, use soap. Cheech, let them know how we got to do this.
Remember, y'all, face to ass, got ass to face.
And on that note, we out.
Yeah, but give me a sec. Give me a sec. Bring it back. I want to send a shout out. Want to send a shout out to my people's Independent Nutrition. They're gonna have a grand opening on Saturday, February 27th, from 9 to 5. Go check them out. Man, I was just sipping on a fried Oreos milkshake. Bomb. It has some blueberry tea. Gives it energy. You know what I mean? A healthy life. You know what I mean? Just give them a follow on Instagram. Independent Nutrition. Now we could get the out of here. Sayonara, kids.
All right, peace.
One of the only niggas like this. Yeah, I couldn't.
Swish, I'm ballin'. I'm so awesome. Oh, callin'. She think I'm awesome. Chakras wanna me. I'm so awesome. Out here like a possum. I'm so awesome. 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 Oh my God, pull up in there, oh my gosh. So soft, get that arrow out your heart. You can be a boss, or you can get a job. You do not go high, boy, you a little fraud. Young, half fake, I got both, you can sail away. Broke boy, you are not my friend, you need to get away. I'm my driver, tell him, school me in, let's escalate. Night, sun, day, bet $1,000 on top of bait. Got a lot of spots, like a cheetah. All we do is my OG still got beepers. Bad little kitty, mama took my the Jeepers. Trying to get a ticket, like no money in the meter. Swish, I'm ballin'. I'm so awesome. Oh, callin'. She think I'm awesome. Chakras wanna me. I'm so awesome. Out here like a possum. I'm so